Okay, so the new Xenoverse 2 version 1.19 update just dropped earlier today. And there wasn't a lot of major changes in this update, but there is one change that is pretty notable in my opinion. Now this should be pretty common knowledge at this point, but for some reason, for those who don't know, Hercule and Jocko in this game were the only two characters that weren't able to key cancel or key stun. Mainly the reason being because they don't actually throw key blasts, they throw stones and pebbles. But finally, 6 years later, after the game's launch, 6 years later, Jocko and Hercule can now. I'm pretty bad at it, but as you can see, they can now throw a rock and then immediately step cancel afterwards, right? They can step dash after throwing a pebble. I don't even know why they even gave Hercule this mechanic, considering the fact that he didn't even need it since he could just freaking block cancel after every combo. But for Jocko though, that is a buff. Okay, Hercule didn't need it, but Jocko now can key cancel, basically. So now every character in this game can key cancel. Why am I making this video? Well, it's just to prove a point, because there's people still to this day, those key cancel deniers, right? Those never key stunners, right? Those never key cancelers, those people who still complain that key canceling is a cheap exploit, it wasn't intended to be in the game. Well, what do you say to this? This wasn't intended 6 years after the game's launch? It wasn't enough for 16 to be able to key cancel after, what, 3 years of the game's launch, and he was suddenly able to key cancel in one of those updates. I forget which one exactly it was. But that wasn't enough to convince these people that obviously the dimps are aware of this mechanic and they're fine with it. No, it wasn't enough. If this doesn't prove that this is not an exploit and that this is literally what they want in the game, I don't know what else to tell you. I honestly, just, if you're going to continue to, I don't want to hear anybody ever complain about key canceling ever again after this. I don't want to hear it. If you're still whining about this, quit. Do not play this game anymore. It is not for you. If you're still crying about key canceling, oh, it's still cheap, you're mad if you... No, leave the game. It's over. It's done. That is done. You can't do it anymore. There's just no excuse. At that point, you're just coping and seething, bro. So anybody watching this, you have a friend or a buddy of yours and all he does is cry about key canceling, just show him this. Just show him this, and if he's still going to continue crying about it, GFG, bro. I'm sorry. I don't even like using that term, but just GFG. Either GFG or quit. There's nothing else that we can do for them, bro. It's just pathetic at this point. I mean, it's crazy to me that, 6 years deep, and people are still crying, boo-hoo, whining, crying about key cancel like it's the most broken thing ever. And then now freaking, they made it so where Jocko and Hercule can do it. I don't want to hear it no more. It's done. I don't want to hear it. Oh, but the devs didn't mean to put in the game. It's just cheating. It's using it as a get out of jail free card. It's not fair. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh well. Just get good. Get out of here, bro. Just leave, bro. Just leave the community, bro. I'm sorry. That's all I gotta say, man.